Hi, so today I wanted to create a video about the Craigslist post that I put up that I got a lot of work from. I'm a freelance paralegal in California and I work directly with attorneys. So the first part of this post is I introduce myself, who I am, and what the purpose of my ad is. So I'm interested in obtaining paralegal assignments from attorneys in an independent contract position, preferably via telecommute. The price is negotiable depending on the project. And that line is very important because I find that if I put a rate of how much I charge, then I don't really get that many calls from potential attorneys. But if I say it's negotiable, then it allows the attorney to decide what they're willing to pay. I also talk about my credentials. I have a paralegal certificate and I'm a certified registered paralegal. Again, I state what kind of work I want. I say I prefer to do the majority of the work via telecommute, but I know that it's important to also meet attorneys in person every now and then just to maintain that personal connection. So that's why I put the line, but I'm available to have face-to-face meetings as well. I let the attorneys know that I can work on projects, whether it's short-term or long-term, because some attorneys only want to pay for assistance on a short-term basis. Eventually, those short-term contracts may lead to long-term contracts. But the way I phrase it here, the attorney feels like he has a choice. The next section, I talk about my experience, what I can do for them. Instead of putting a line in there saying, let me know how I can help you, I actually tell them what I can do for them. And I do this because I find that some attorneys don't really know what paralegals know how to do. By listing out what I can do for them, it gives the attorney a better idea of what they can use me for. So for example, I put e-discovery document review planning. They usually have the database with hundreds and thousands of documents. I let them know that I can help create searches, review documents, create tags, identify key issues, kind of all of the underlying work that needs to be done. Then I list everything else that I know how to do. By putting down specifically the different qualifications and abilities that I know how to do, it takes the pressure off when the attorney calls me and needs help. I am certain that there is something I'll be able to help with. I also put down my qualifications, the different softwares I know how to use, and then some of my skill sets, such as excellent written communication skills, knowledgeable with state and federal case law. I also let them know that I'm bilingual in English and in Spanish. I speak both languages fluently. Then I give them a general idea of the types of law that I'm familiar with. I give them an example of places where I've worked and what I've done at each of those jobs. For example, I've worked in a law enforcement agency entity in San Francisco as an investigative paralegal. I list what I did in that role. My main experience comes from working at a mid-sized law firm. I was there for about 12 years and the different job duties that I had at that firm. I also talk about my academic qualifications. So different courses I've taken, where I received my paralegal certificate. I got that from City College in 2003. I know that some people like to list MCLE courses, the mandatory continuing legal education courses that they take throughout the years. I don't necessarily do that, but I do list professional affiliations if it's relevant to law. I was part of the San Francisco Paralegal Association, and I'm also part of the California Association of Legal Document Assistants. So right here, I write that I'm working in an independent contract position. I work from my home office, and I let them know what kinds of different equipment I have available to me that can help them as well. I have the ability to accept faxes. I have a mobile color printer scanner. I actually have a copier that prints out really fast in my office. I list which accounts that I have with different software providers. I have Forms Workflow, which is where I prepare all of my judicial counsel forms. And I've also set up accounts with Skype, the MS Office Suite, Google Suite, Pacer, and other accounts such as FedEx and postage software like stamps.com. But most importantly, I let the attorneys know how it is that I accept payment. And then I give them a link to my website so that if they need more information than what I have put here, they can review that as well. Finally, I put most importantly what I am not doing. So for example, currently I'm not performing the following services. I don't do accounting. I don't do research of case law. I don't draft legal memoranda. I also clarify that I'm not an attorney. This ad has allowed attorneys to contact me, and right away when they contact me, they know what they're going to use me for. For example, potential attorney clients will call me and they'll say, hey, I have a database with a lot of documents. I just need someone to identify what's there, manage the different productions that are coming in, and help me organize them in a way that will allow me to find relevant documents. This ad works for me, and I'm sharing it in case that it might work for you. Good luck.